Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. And this week we're following up to our bike quick talks we posted on Monday. If you haven't seen that, make sure you head right up here in the corner. Go ahead and check that bike quick talks out. Come right back. Monday we talked all about oval chain rings versus round chain rings. And today we're going to be installing the cheapest oval chain ring I could find on the Superfly. But before we get into today's video, if you're new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that little bell icon next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload, so you don't miss any of these awesome cycling videos, all about reviews, tutorials, doing cheap stuff to bikes, and crazy stuff to bikes. So, onto this chainring here. So this chainring, it was $8.99 off of eBay. Probably the cheapest thing I've ever bought for a bicycle, and I'm going to put on a bicycle. This is a company called Snail, is who sells them on eBay. Snail, I don't know why they're called Snail. Kind of an interesting name, but we're gonna go ahead and throw this on the Superfly here. Pretty much we're replacing this with a 32 tooth oval chain ring. Currently on here, it's a 32 tooth round chain ring from Race Face. We're gonna be swapping it off. Realistically, it should be a pretty simple swap. The nice thing about this chain ring from Snail is this chain ring is a narrow wide chain ring. So for all you one by guys like me, you're gonna be set. Still gonna hold your chain just as well on as your old single or your old standard round chain ring. So plan is right now, gonna get this installed on the bike. I don't think I have to take off the crankset. I think I can get this on and off without taking the crankset off. If I do, it's not that big of a deal on this bike. But we'll go ahead and do that. There are a couple concerns I have. I do have a bash guard on there. I don't know if it's gonna clear the bash guard and how it's actually gonna look and function with the bash guard. We'll find that out. And then we'll see how well this installs and how well it holds up. And once we take off that other chainring on here, we'll see quality-wise if they're even close to each other. Because I think this one here, Race Face, it was like 25, 30 bucks, $8.99. We'll see. Get you guys right down here next to the crankset. We'll get taking this old chainring off, get this new oval one installed, and we'll see if there's any difference between them. All right, so down here at the crankset of the bicycle. So pretty much what we gotta do is gotta take off this one. In my case, has 4 bolts here holding the chainring on and my bash guard. Pretty much we're just gonna go ahead. You can get your 5mm Allen key in my case. And tip here, leave the chain on while you crack these loose. That way you have something to press against. So we'll go ahead, crank that one off. That one was already a little loose. Okay, so try this one here. Oh, okay, there's that one. Do this one right here. There we go. And the last one's hiding under the crank arm, like so. There we go. And I'll just go ahead and use this side here. So now that they're loose, go ahead and get our chain off of our chain ring. We'll go ahead and set it on the bottom bracket there. And we'll take these bolts off, and they do have a back on here. So you kind of want to stick your finger back here. I'll show you what the back looks like in just a second here. So, if you've never taken a chain ring off, this is essentially what your chainring bolt looks like right here. So you have your front side here with your Allen key, pretty much goes like that, and then there's a sleeve that comes from the back, and they pretty much screw together and hold your chainring on that way. So another tip, this one does have some slots in here. So if you try and get this off from the front and it just spins or it won't loosen up, try and get like a screwdriver or something flat in there, hold it steady, and then you can crank it off and it'll pop loose. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this together there. Let's go ahead and get the next one off. There we go. All right. Next one. Pop the other side out here. There we go. And I'm just screwing them together just so I don't lose any halves, because I don't really want to lose these. You can pick these up pretty much any bike shop though, so if you feel like yours are kind of crummy, just go ahead, get new ones and replace them while you're here. It's a good time to do it if yours are kind of crappy. There we go. And the last one. Alright, you can see my bash guard's nice and loose already. Let's go ahead and slide that there. Ooh, where'd my other chainring bolt go? There it is. Alright, pop that off there. So you can tell chainrings are really loose now, nice and loose. So we gotta try and see if we can get these off without taking the crank arm off. I think we can. Let's see. So there's our bash ring. And yeah, we gotta take the crank set off. Oh, it's okay. That's not the hardest thing in the world. Boom. Come on. There it goes. All right. Crank arm off, then we can slide our chainring right off there. Let's see. See, a Race Face. Let's see here. Got 32 tooth. 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 Okay, so crank them off. Let's go ahead and compare these here. So this is what was on there, and this is what we're putting on. So yeah, you can actually tell a little bit better. In the last video I had, I compared it to like a multi-speed chainring. This one you can definitely tell the difference between them. You can tell that the oval chainring is skinnier on the outside and taller on the inside. Kind of interesting to compare them. Honestly, I mean, the snail feels a little, like maybe a little bit more weight to it, but it doesn't feel like bad quality or anything. So I think we're good. Let's see. I think this said what kind of metal it was. The snail is 7075. So is this 775 aluminum. Cool. Yeah, I think we're good. Same material on both of them. So we gotta go ahead and get our snail chainring here. So install for putting this on. In the snail's case, there happens to be an arrow right there. That arrow is gonna go under your crank arm. Is the way it's gonna set up. So just like so. Just like that, and that will be the perfect position for it. Got my back, so my bash guard covers it pretty good. See it poking out a little bit on the top, but that's an oval chainring. What do you expect? So got that all set. We'll go ahead and grab our chainring bolts again here. I got one started in there. It's pretty much what you're gonna do. Get your backside here. It's kind of like the sleeve. Get that pushed through your chainring there. Grab your front side, the threaded side, and we'll just go ahead, thread that in. Pretty simple install. You just get those tightened together and do it with the remaining ones as well, all 4 of them or 5, whatever set you got. All right, so we got our 5mm, and we'll go ahead, tighten these up some here. Let's see how tight we can get them off of the bike. Sometimes it's easier to tighten them on the bike just because it's not moving anywhere. You don't have to jab yourself with the chain ring or anything. There we go. Tighten that one up, and this last one here. And this process is all the same whether you're doing an oval chain ring, round chain ring, whatever you may be doing, this process exactly the same. So nice and simple to do. Got that in there. So pretty much we're gonna go ahead, slide our crank arm back through. There we go, like so. Get our other side installed. All right, apologize, camera stopped recording for a second. So we got the chain ring installed, the crank set back on. I can tell you that is really weird staring at it. Let's see if you guys can see us on camera, but watch right here. You can kind of see as it goes around how the chain kind of moves in and out. That's very interesting. Just looking at it is very interesting. So that's essentially the oval chainring. I can say just by pedaling it by hand, I don't feel too much difference. So that's our install of our oval chainring, the cheapest oval chainring on the Superfly. Is it gonna make a difference? Well, we'll find out. I'm gonna be testing this. As you can tell, it's February, this is March when I'm filming this. It just turned March. If I'm filming this in March, it's just about getting to riding season. This week we have some nice weather, we're seeing some nice weather just in the future. So this bike's ready to get riding for this riding season. So that's why I got that installed. So we'll be trying this out for this riding season, see if it actually makes any kind of difference. I'll be reporting back to you guys, let you know if there's anything I notice, if an oval chainring is actually worth it or not. But I do have some answers to some questions I saw while I was doing a little bit of research on oval chain rings. I see a lot of people asking. One is, do you need to shorten or change your chain length at all? I run a single speed in my case. I didn't have to change or shorten anything. So change, add lengths, anything. It fits exactly with my old chain, no issues at all. You can see the tensioner move obviously as it goes around through the high and low spots on the oval chainring. I don't see that causing any kind of issues at all. So nothing there. Second question I see a lot of, does it fit with an oval or a regular circle bash guard? I have a 32 tooth bash guard, fits perfectly. 32 tooth chainring, 32 tooth bash guard. Fits perfectly fine, no issues there. Check your chainring, you're all good. And the last question I know you guys, a lot of people have been asking is, does it actually make a difference to buy an oval chainring? Is a $90 oval chainring worth it, or is this $9 chainring worth it even just as good as that a $90 chainring is? Well, that's what we're here to find out if this cheap $9 chainring is actually worth your money and worth putting on your bike. So make sure you stay tuned to this channel. We'll be posting more updates on the cheap oval chainring as well as my cheap dropper post and all sorts of cheap parts I put on my bikes that just let you guys know if these parts are actually worth your time and money to put on your bike. So thanks for watching today. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comments section below. Love answering questions from you guys. Love talking to you as well. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching today.